saw it.
Heck yeah, dude. I saw it. Dude, I hadn't talked to you in days.
Dude, it's been a minute.
It's been a hot minute. And like I said, like sometimes like it's good. It's good to not talk to you because like you freaking
Yeah, you hate me,
sometimes,
dude.
man, I just
You
can't.
cannot
Dude,
stand
I
me.
can't stand your guts, man. Like
Dude,
right
I can't
now,
stand me.
I vomited.
I'm sitting right now because I can't stand me either.
I had to vomit before we did this just to get it out.
No, really?
Yeah.
To get the standing out?
No. I'm 5'5". I'm basically never standing.
I'm always sitting.
Dude, how you been? What you been up to this week?
Oh, dude, same old over here. I need to clarify this because Josh told me earlier. I have this new hat, and
I'm so worried about that.
and
now. He wouldn't have said
I
anything
would
about
not
it
have said
unless
a
I didn't
word.
point it
I
out.
would not have said a word. I got this new hat. My great friend Lazan got it for me. She was my secret Santa, and it's a black corduroy hat. For those of you who can't see, and it says Daily Bugle. It says New York's finest daily newspaper, and it's Daily Bugle. But Josh told me that at like first glance, he just thought it was a MAGA hat, and so I had to clear it up because I'm not on the train, dude. Get me off of it. I'm not on it.
I'm just saying, any hat with words on it now. It just like at first glance, I just assume like I don't even have to read it. I'm like MAGA hat. Sick.
Or some variation. Like they have just like so many off brands now where it's just like Make America Trump again. And I'm like, why would you spend the extra money to make a bad custom hat? You know, just get the regular one.
He had I saw a guy had a Trump 2020 hat or whatever the heck it was. And he just like marked it out and put like 2020, whatever, whenever
2024
election is. 2024, yeah, like he just marked it out.
That makes sense, man. Like they're all about like blue collar stuff, so just like do it yourself, DIY stuff, you know, like that that fits the vibe, you know. Or well, I guess also fits the vibe spending copious amounts of money to do something that doesn't make sense and is stupid.
I don't know, dude. I'm just
we promised we'd never get political on this podcast.
This is about as far as political as I'll get is talking about how much I don't care for any of it. I mean, I know it's good to keep up with it, but like, I feel like I know my opinion on things, and that's about it. And I really don't give it unless people ask.
Yeah.
And then if they don't like it, it's like, you know, whatever.
Dude.
I don't care. I'm all about making.
I'm about making Josh great again. That's what I'm about.
I was trying to think of something cool to say, but I guess that's generic and fine.
I think it's pretty awesome.
And the thing is, my day, like regardless of what happens, like politically, my day's still the same.
Dude, I know that's what he used to say all the time. He's like, dude, doesn't affect me, and I don't care. He's like, I'll care when it impacts me in any way, and I'm like, that makes sense, I guess.
Someone pointed out one time, they were like, actually, it affects like your taxes and stuff because like you're paying more. I'm like, I don't freaking know, dude. They take anyway.
I don't even notice it. You know, I notice it more now.
I stay broke. I don't know,
dude. Yeah, no, I think this is something that's been crazy, and Josh and I have been, you know, of course, it's not like we didn't talk the full 2 years that we didn't podcast, but something significant for the audience to know is that I have changed in many ways since moving up here. And one of those is I'm not like I wouldn't say I'm like political, but I'm like much more aware of those things now. I'm thinking when we're talking about this, I was thinking about that episode from season 1 called We Don't Care. And it's just literally us going off for like 30 minutes about how we don't give a crap about politics, about anything going on controversially. And now I'm just like, I'm not that way anymore. And it's been a surprise to me, and some of you might be bummed out, and you know, at times Josh gets bummed out.
I do.
I don't know. It's more of a joke. But yeah, I get,
you know, super mad.
Yeah, dude. He gets so mad, dude, because I'm just like,
Dude,
oh,
I
you know,
go,
like I just like care so much now, and he's just like, dude, just
yeah, and
don't,
I
you
go
know?
like, oh, frick, stop.
Yeah.
And then
So
I just like, and then I throw a tantrum.
yeah,
Like,
I'm not like beating people in the head or anything like that or rioting, but I'm like I'm more informed. That's a good word. I'm more informed now, and I don't necessarily don't care. I'd say I care significantly more than I did. But I'm a different man. You know, it's been 2 years, and I live in a super liberal state, so it makes sense to me. But yeah, I got a breath of fresh
he's
air.
changed.
I got a breath of fresh air
Yeah,
up here.
he's changed a lot, and he's also changed his underwear, and that was what I was more concerned about, because when we lived together, he never changed his underwear, and the house always smelt bad, and it was because of his underwear, and he would never change it. And then he would go, "I don't care," and then he would just slam his door, continuing to wear the same underwear. He'd come out of the bathroom from like what I thought would be a shower
Hmm.
in that same underwear. He wouldn't take it off. And I'm like, dude, you can you have more underwear. Like I sneak into your room sometimes and go through your things to see if you have money laying around. Like I know this. And he just never change it. And I don't understand. But now he's turned a new leaf. He's a different guy
Yeah.
now, and he changes his underwear, but he still has this annoying tendency of sometimes he likes his beard long and sometimes he doesn't. And sometimes he likes his hair short and sometimes he does. He'll do this thing where he goes like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna grow it out," and
Yeah.
then he grows it out and it looks great. And then like 2, maybe 3 minutes later, he comes back and his head's buzzed. And you're like, "I thought you were growing it out and that you loved it." And he's like, "Yeah, I just didn't. I wasn't vibing with it anymore."
Yeah. You know, the latter half of that was true. I'm gonna have to ask you to confirm that that's a joke because I don't want people to think that I don't change my underwear.
Dude,
Dude, say it's a
honestly,
joke
I
right
think
now,
it'd be
dude. Say it's a
cool.
joke right now, dude.
I think it'd be cool if people thought that was
Dude, say
true.
psych right now.
Dude, my mom does that same thing. She'll be like, I'll tell, like, one time, she goes like, "I just don't know when you're kidding or not." And I'll say, "If I'm speaking to you, just
Yeah.
assume I'm joking." You know, when I say things like "I love you," like "I'm glad you're
Oh
here
my
with me."
gosh.
That was a joke.
It's a joke,
But
I'm
like,
kidding.
I'll still do it, and she still doesn't get it. I
Hmm.
believe that same day I told her that I said something, and then she was just like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yep,
Yeah,
I'm serious."
sometimes it makes me mad, dude. Well, it doesn't make me mad. It's just like, are you serious? Like that used to be like I'm not I don't do it as much these days. I'm a lot more like read the room sort of thing and like try to be, respectful or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't know the right phrasing for it. I definitely still joke around 24/7, but it's like I guess it's just I haven't come across too many new people these days who are like not just a student. Like students, I'm just
Sure,
like whatever. Like if you don't know that I'm kidding, I'm just like not
you're
worried. I'm
beneath
not
me.
worried, that whether they know that I'm kidding or not. If I am, I'll tell them, oh, I'm just kidding, or I just won't make the joke. But like, as far as like my coworkers go, I'm like, you either catch it or you don't, but like, it's
Sure,
like, I have to be a little bit
I'm
more,
like a
I have to be a little bit more like, uh, I can't think of the word, but
there you go.
you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
good
You know
word.
what I'm saying? Like the word that I
Sure,
can't think of, that one.
just put it in. Just plug that
Yeah,
in.
just
Yep.
that word that I'm thinking of that I can't say it though because I'm not.
Hmm.
It's just not there. But just like
It's
put
for
that
you to figure
one.
out.
Yeah, like it's
Yep.
up for interpretation.
Sure.
Guys, go ahead and guys go ahead and tweet what you think the
Tweet out what you
blank
think Gage was
is.
saying.
Complete the sentence and hashtag rabbit trails. And I'll check it and we'll see what's up. Uh,
Yeah, I forgot we had a Twitter. Honestly,
I literally, dude, it stinks because we have a lot less of like communication now because my Instagram was like the main point where I would tell people, and that's where we got most of, I think, our subscribers from. back in the first season, but I don't use Instagram anymore, and so all I have is the Twitter.
Yeah,
And
mine got hacked.
yeah, and so I don't have many followers on Twitter. I think a lot of people muted me because I started tweeting stuff or like retweeting stuff about not being racist, so they all unfollowed me apparently.
Yeah, the thing is you just got to keep retweeting until they know you're not racist.
Well, no, it's because I was saying, "Hey, don't be racist," and they were like, "I don't want to see that. I'm unfollowing." And
I
I was
get
like,
that. I respect
"All
that.
right, dude, chill out."
Hey, at least they were like, at least they didn't come up to you or confront you about it.
Yeah. Well, how could
Stop
you? How could
retweeting.
you? I'd be like, okay, why does that upset you that I tweet stuff about not being racist? Well, it's because I'm one, okay? And I don't want to be
That was
reminded that I'm a racist, okay? I just want to be completely ignorant to that fact. Thank you very much. And I'd go, hey,
yeah,
man, honestly, I was once like you.
sure. What are you drinking?
Just water.
That cup looked. Oh,
It's
the cup looked like wild. What's the?
it's Bentley's.
Are we gonna get copyrighted for that?
No, they don't even know we exist, dude.
That's right,
Uh,
dude. No one knows we
it's
exist,
it
and that's how we like
It
it.
was my favorite coffee shop. I'm kind of in transition right now. There's several coffee shops
Oh yeah.
downtown in
What's
Salem.
your new name?
What?
You said I'm kind of in
Shut the frick
transition
up,
right now.
dude.
So what's your new name?
So there's so many. There's GovCup, Ike Isaacs, Bentley's, Archive. Archive is like the most hipster extra joint of all time. So I got like a flower latte or something one time, and I was like, this doesn't even taste good. Why
A
do you bother?
flower
And
latte.
people are like, this is so good. And I'm like, you're just wanting to look cool. That's it. Like, anytime I
Is it
walk
just
by,
like a?
there's people with like orange hair, green hair, and they just have this air of, I am 5 billion times better than you'll ever dream to be because I come
Mm,
here and I get flower lattes, and you go to Bentley's and you get an Oreo latte. And I'm like, honestly, dude, eat my shorts, dude. Like, literally take a fork and a knife, and I want you to just dig in to this pair of shorts that I have. They're like, they're pretty short. I have like shorter shorts, so it's not too
you
big
do
of a
wear short
meal.
shorts, yeah. Yeah, you like to expose your knees.
More than
You
my
like to let
knees, I
them
like the
breathe.
thighs to be out, you know.
Like a little. Okay,
And so, but it's like, yeah, like I said, like it's not a big meal. They're shorter shorts, so it doesn't take
sure.
much to eat my
Yeah.
shorts. So it's not even that big of an ask. Um, but yeah, so
So what is a?
Bentley's was my favorite. Um, but all the people who worked there that I really liked, it's like I didn't even necessarily think like their coffee is the best or anything like that. It was because I liked the people there the most. You know how it goes. You're similar to me. So I would
Yeah.
just go there, and I got this cup for free because they said I was really nice. And it's just one of those things where
Heck yeah.
of that, like you and me, where we're just like normal, and then people are like, "You guys are so nice," and I'm like, "Dude, I'm not even
What?
trying. I'm like, I'm just being me, bro." And I'm just like, people have to be so rude if I just come in and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And they're like, "You want free stuff because you're so nice." I'm like, wow, everyone
Yeah.
has to be the worst person ever here.
Hey, what's up? Do you want a job here?
Dude,
What? No.
do you want my paycheck? Because you are so nice. And this is not a cheap cup. They just gave it to me and Hayden, my friend, for free because we would go there like every weekend and have coffee. And they just gave us free
Yeah.
stuff because they're like, you guys are so nice, and gave us like free coffee sometimes. But now they're all gone. And it's not because I don't get free stuff that I don't want to go there anymore. It's just nobody knows me and I don't know them, and it's just not as fun to go in and go, hey, what's going on? Like, they would let me come in and use the bathroom without buying anything, and they'd go, just because it's you. And I was
It's one
like,
of those places.
oh,
I thought those places didn't exist except on TV now,
no. Well,
or like a gas station.
the bathrooms are typically they all have codes on them, usually around Portland especially. It's because homeless people will just lock themselves in there and try to sleep there overnight and shoot up
Heck
in
yeah.
them, so they have like super high
Let's
security
go.
restrooms everywhere you go, pretty much.
You just have a security guard just standing in the bathroom with a gun. He's like, number one or number two.
He's like holding his belt buckle.
Like,
He's like,
"Oh,
all right, Take care of your business. No dilly dallying around here. All right. Wipe the butt. Come on. Wipe your butt. You're done.
You're just like, you just like reach for your phone. He goes, no phones.
Don't even think about it. I don't want to hear a single TikTok.
Like, is this a class?
You better wipe that butt and get the frick out. Sir, I'm not done yet.
It's a dude with like a blank face. Like he just looks dead at the wall, standing right next to you while you're doing it.
He's like in the stall.
Yeah. He just like follows you around.
He's just like, come on. Yep.
Come on, get it.
Come on.
Pinch it off. Let's go.
Pinch it off. I don't got time for this, man. We got a line. I'm not done yet.
You got 30 seconds. I have explosive diarrhea.
I'm not done yet. I gotta be here for a minute. Should have gone at home, man. Listen, you got all the time you want at your house. This is a public restroom, sir, and it's my job to get you in and out.
He throws you out, and you're like, I wasn't done wiping. It's like you've exceeded the limit.
You're done.
Next,
you're done. He's got like a freaking like. As soon as you close the door and hit the lock, you just hear the little like digital watch beep. And he's like, timer started. You got 15 seconds. He's like, 15 seconds? No, you walk in and he's like, number 1, 2, or 3. And you're like, 3? He's like, all right, that's 45 seconds. Go. And you're like, 45 seconds. He's like, what? That's now 42 seconds. Do you want to waste more time? You're like, this is outrageous. You start like, all right, 39.
You start peeing, and he's like, whoa, what are you doing? You said number 3. You go, I don't know what 3 is. He goes, you can't do that.
He literally just he smacks his he's got like a freaking like a wooden ruler, and he just like smacks it on the wall, and it's got like 1, 2, 3, and it's like 3 is poo poo, 1 is pee pee, 2 is poo poo, 3 is pee pee poo poo. Oh my gosh.
Okay, dude. So I've been wondering for probably like a couple minutes now. So a flour latte, is that just like where you cram flowers in a cup and then you just pour coffee in it and then they just drink it like yum?
No, it's like
it's just a bunch of dead roses in the cup. Just burned by coffee beans.
No, it's like syrup or something. I don't know, dude. It's like whack. Like I said, it's like too fancy to where it's just like gross. It's like you go to like a fancy restaurant and pay like $40 for a plate with like one little rib on it, and it's like, this is gourmet. And I'm like, no, this is like, you're wasting my money and my time. I'd rather go to McDonald's and get 4 McChickens and a large fry for not even a quarter of the price I just spent on this one little leaf of basil. You know?
Yeah, dude, that reminds me of, so my whole life, like my papa used to have this thing where he would say like, don't haggle the food, which apparently means like don't mess it up, don't mess up the presentation of it. Like if you get pie, right, you cut it exactly like as a piece of pie should be, and you pick it up and you don't like have it spilt or like flopped out. You know, sometimes with apple pie it gets messy and the apples spill out. Like he would always say like, don't haggle it. And then like it was a while, it doesn't matter when it was, but my brother, we were eating and he was like, don't haggle it. And it just all of a sudden, like the energy from the earth just set something off in me, you know? And I thought like, dude, I don't give a frick about the presentation of food. I just want it to taste good. I don't like like if apple pie, it's still apple pie. If I haggle it, it'll still taste like apple pie. Yeah. I don't care I'm not Gordon Ramsay. I don't care how food looks.
Yeah.
I just want to eat.
What you need to do is whenever your papa takes a bite of food, start saying that. Don't haggle it. Dude, you're haggling it in your mouth right now. You're haggling it right now. It doesn't look like that anymore. It's all chewed up and jumbled up. Yeah, you just do a presentation for him. You get like a perfect piece of food, perfect slice of pie. You cut off a little bit, and he's like, oh, that's real nice. Put it in your mouth. You chew it up, spit it back on the plate, and go, looks like haggling is just eating. and then what you do is you don't just pick up the piece that you just spit out. You just absolutely destroy the piece of pie before eating it, and you're like, wow, it's the same thing. Or you like tie him up and then you haggle his food and feed it to him, and it's like, oh, it tastes the same, doesn't it? Yeah, you could do that. You could do like a taste test. You could literally just have a haggled piece and a regular piece, and then have him eat both of them and say, like, have him blindfolded, make it fun. Be like, oh my gosh, and then be like, oh, it's the same thing. He goes, apple pie for the first like perfect slice, and you go, oh, that's correct. And then you hand him the haggled bit, and he takes a bite, and he goes, wait, that's still apple pie. And you go, you're absolutely right. You are so correct.
I'm going to have that makes me think of a game show that I want to make, and it's going to be very short-lived, and I'll tell you why. And it's the premise of it, okay? The game show, and I just thought of this, the game show is going to be called Is It the Same? Mm-hmm. and it's going to be just random there's going to be 2, maybe 3 contestants. I'm still working out the kinks. 2, maybe 3, okay? And you are blindfolded because you can't see it, and you can't, like, people have to feed it to you, right? So you're just going to have, for example, apple pie, okay? And then you're going to have it's just regular apple pie. Just regular apple pie. And then the other thing that you have to test is chewed apple pie. So, like, people backstage will chew the apple pie, but they won't swallow it. They'll just spit it back out on the plate, and then they'll feed it to you. And if it's the same, is it the same or no? You know? And you win by, I don't know how you win, because there's no point of winning. Like, you don't win, because you're just going to be eating the same thing, but it's chewed. So.
Yeah, I think, honestly, pre-2020, this show could have been big. But now, I think you're going to hit a few walls.
I think it'll be good in, like Europe. They'll do anything
They'll do anything in Europe.
Yeah, anything goes.
In fact, you could film the game show on a nude beach.
I could. I don't want to. I feel like those things food and that don't mix. I don't think.
I mean, is it the same? Marketing. I could be your marketing guy. You think maybe I could have like a job or be like your marketing?
Sure, man. I can't pay you now, but maybe later.
Like after I do the job? Maybe like I could like be your marketing guy maybe.
Yeah, you can be my marketing guy. I can't pay you now, but I will get you back later.
But like,
and I also.
So you want me to like do the job, but like you're not gonna pay me for it, basically.
I mean, if you want the job, I'll let you do it, and I'll pay you later.
Oh, dude, kills me. Bro, I was thinking of something a minute ago, and I almost busted out laughing. I was thinking about this thing that Tom Holland put on his Instagram story. I'm gonna, for those of you who are viewing this on YouTube, if you're not, you can check this out on the YouTube version where you can see our beautiful faces, mainly Josh's beautiful face.
Or you can go to Tom Holland's Twitter account.
Well, it's an Instagram. It's all over Twitter because it's freaking hilarious. But of course, the Instagram story will be gone in 24 hours. But my friend Allie freaking retweeted it, and I saw it, and it's so flipping funny. So let me see here. Josh has not seen this, and I think it's so funny.
First time we're using the split, or like pulling up something on here. That's cool.
Yeah. So
I forget we have this option.
Yeah, it's taking a fat second to load up. Okay, can you see it?
Me, can I get a ticket for what movie?
Okay, so it's a picture of Tobey Maguire in the human spider outfit. So the first one that he's wearing in Spider-Man 1. And it's just like the really crappy, like first episode, like first movie costume. And it's the caption is, me, can I get a ticket? And they go, for what movie? And it's just me at the window, and he's wearing the Spider-Man 1 costume. Says nothing. So yeah, that's the ticket. I love it.
That's awesome. That's good stuff.
Much. Imagine being Spider-Man and putting that on your Instagram. I mean, the absolute power that comes from that is just unbelievable. And so, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say that, like, speaking of Spider-Man, when COVID was like a huge thing, like the whole shutdown or whatever, and then we got to go back to work.
Yeah.
Well, we had to wear masks at work, so I bought a Spider-Man mask for like $20 off Amazon. Really nice. It like goes fully over your face, and you zip it on the back, which is like what every kid has ever wanted.
Yeah.
Because when you and I were growing up, you never really got like a full, like a nice,
you like the
one,
weird plastic one that would just have a band around it.
Yeah, hated that because you're like, dude, this is fake.
Literally the opposite of what Spider-Man is.
And so I wore that at work, and that was fun. But recently, so someone had COVID. Like this old woman had COVID and like came in, and I got to deal with her because I was vaccinated. So I mean, I can't even, if I scrape my knee or like if I'm out in the cold and like lose I'm not getting gangrene. I can't get any kind of disease.
Yeah.
You know this. So the people I work with had no clue, and I just like put it on since I had to deal with her. Like I put it on, and then I just showed up, and they were like, "What in the world?" I was like, "Hey, I'm swinging in from New York. I was hoping I could have a job."
Dude, that is incredible.
Also, when is because technology these days is so advanced, like we have so much stuff, and it just continues to amaze me, like the things that are like being created. For example, TV that looks like a picture frame.
Dude, they just made, I didn't even read about it. Apparently, they've created the first robot that can reproduce.
Wait, what?
That's what I saw on Twitter the other day. I did not read into it because I don't give a flip. Okay, let's talk about this. Conspiracy theories. I don't care. Dude, any conspiracy theory, I'm like, why would you believe that? Like, and they're like
hearing them.
Well, because they said, and I'm like, yeah, but they can't prove it. They just said that, and you're just gonna take it and believe it. Every single one that you hear ever, and I'm like, enough. I'm like, when is enough enough? Like, you would literally, I could tell you back to back 2 conspiracies that just like defeat one another, contradict completely, and you'd believe both of them because that's just what you do. You either freaking are like, no, that's not really my thing, or you believe every single conspiracy ever made. And I'm like, I just don't care. I don't even care if
I like hearing how to.
I don't even care if I'm like, if it's true and I'm just like I'm one of the whatever you want to call it, guinea pigs or whatever, brainwashed. I don't freaking care. It does not matter to me because I don't want to look like that guy. I don't want to look like the dude wearing tinfoil on his head. And I'll take the freaking whatever, I don't know anything approach because I've been doing it for 23 years and I feel pretty good about it. Honestly, it feels pretty nice. I'm not freaking out. I'm not worried about, a crap ton of stuff all the time. I'm just worried about what is like actually there and like what I can see with my eyes and prove or has been proven to me, And so I'm just like, if there's any conspiracy theorists watching, I'm sorry, but I just can't get on board. And
I like hearing how outlandish some conspiracy theories are.
There are
I like
some
hearing.
ridiculous
I don't like
ones.
going in depth. I don't like going in depth hearing people talk about why they believe it, because like I don't care.
Yeah.
But because like you and I would consider this a conspiracy theory. And if you guys haven't seen Cody Ko's like newest video, you should go watch it. It's about like the craziest divorce or something like that.
Yeah.
But the video, it was a really bad sketch.
It's so bad.
Is what they were watching, and it was honestly, to me, it was they had an idea. They had a great idea, and it was poorly executed.
Honestly, could have been beautiful.
In the skit, the man says to the woman that gosh, that this no, she said that she read somewhere that a woman held her farts in for too long and then died.
Died.
Now that's a now that's a conspiracy theory that I do like hearing.
No, that's one I can get behind.
Yeah.
I might just change my idea. I might just change my mind, guys. But yeah, that was such a funny video. The premise of the sketch was that, and it was not freaking satire. The premise was,
Yeah, this man legit meant it.
Yeah, the idea was this dude's wife farted, and then he divorced her because of it, because he was disgusted, and it was the stupidest video I've ever seen. I was laughing very hard because you just think this can't be real, and it's like they legitimately, it's not that it's a true story, it's just they didn't mean it as a joke. And the dude like comes on after and he's like, guys, we need to be like more open-minded about farting in front of people. So like tell your date on the first date like that they can fart in front of you and it's okay. And I was like,
well, it was mainly like he mainly meant like for women.
Yeah.
To rip.
And I'm like, dude, what? I'm not even gonna rip it in front of people, dude. Like I'm not trying to. You know?
It's just kind of a courtesy thing.
It's a personal thing for me.
You don't do it until like you know the person very well.
Like it's like a private matter for me, you know? Like it's a very personal moment for me to pass the gas, you know, to cut the cheese. It's not something that I do lightly, you know?
I asked someone the other day to pull my finger and they didn't, so I pulled it myself. And then I ripped way louder than I thought, and this old woman looked at me with such disgust, but I didn't feel bad about it. I felt like me and her are closer now, and I feel like she would understand if she felt what I was feeling.
Yeah.
Like if she put herself in my shoes, she knew that it wouldn't have been as extreme if that person had pulled my finger.
Dude, if she put herself in your bowels, she would have understood.
She would.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, speaking of bowels, well, not really bowels per se, but I don't know if you've ever watched it. Osmosis Jones. Have you ever seen that movie?
Dude.
Dude, they put it on Netflix, and that brought back heavy nostalgia. And I just thought, like, the jokes that they used in there was so actually educational about just the workings of your body.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And they made Bill Murray look disgusting.
They really
did really good on that.
Yeah, dude, the amount of times that I've heard people talk about Osmosis Jones, I've heard it at least 2 times where people legitimately like they watched it when they were a kid and then they grew up and sometimes they get like glimpses of it in their memory or like they think of something like that, but they don't think that it's real. It's like a fever dream. And then all of a sudden they see it on Netflix and they're like, that's real? And I'm like, yeah, you probably watched it when you were younger. And they're like, I didn't think that was real. I thought that was like a dream that I had at one point. Like they just don't think that it was a real thing. Because they're like, yeah,
so
there's
you're telling
these like, they're like fighting in the body. And then Bill Murray was there. And it's just like, it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, that does sound like a weird dream. But it happened literally with my friend Lazan the other day. We were like going through. She's like, dude, I feel like I didn't think that was real. And now I'm seeing it again and I'm going, oh my gosh, that's real. And I'm like, yeah, they don't make it like they used to. Really, they don't. They don't make anything the same anymore. It's all like, dude, and cartoons these days, we've talked about it before. They're like, you'd think that we would like it. Like you'd see a modern day cartoon and go, oh, Josh and Gage would like this because they're filled with like potty jokes. But they're so distasteful. The thing that's funny about a potty joke is it's simple and stupid. And they like make it such a big part of the show that I'm like, it's not simple anymore. It's not stupid anymore. So therefore it's not funny anymore. You know, I think that's like, to me, it's got to be like, you make a fart noise. That's hilarious. And if you do more than that, I'm like, dude, just like, you got to be, I don't know, you know, you got to be like a purist. You got to respect the classic pure form of potty jokes and potty humor, you know? Like you can't be doing all this new wave crap and just ruining the entire category of potty humor. I mean, this is like my personal opinion, but I think
Where do
it's
you go to for your like? What's your top notch potty joke show? You know, like the one
oh dude, I don't know.
you
I
go
don't
on.
have many shows. I don't watch many shows with potty jokes, you know. I watch a lot of dramas and stuff. So I don't ingest a lot of media with potty humor. Probably like mainly on YouTube and like TikTok, where it's just like I literally saw a video today. My friend Sam showed me a video. It's just like a video of a cat and there's just fart noises in the background. Like they're just like playing fart sound effects. It's just zooming in on this cat
Nice.
that's just sitting there in a box, and I lost it. I was laughing so hard. And I'm like, see, that's funny because it's simple. They're zooming in on a
Yeah.
cat, and it's stupid. They're zooming in on a
Yeah.
cat playing fart noises. They're not even real. It's just playing fart noises for no reason, randomly. That's simple. That's stupid, and therefore that's funny.
Yeah. I shows cartoons are hit or miss for me these days. I've been more into animes a lot lately. I just love a good story.
Yeah.
I feel like storytelling is kind of going downhill. A lot of things are being either remade
Mm-hmm.
or rebooted,
Yeah.
and some stuff doesn't need to be rebooted. Video games do that a lot now too. I think they just are remastering a bunch of stuff. Like
Yeah.
you can think of something else. Isn't that why The Last of Us was made? Because uh, video games at the time were just not like they didn't have a strong story. It was all just
I've heard
shooters.
something about that. They definitely did not shy away from it. I mean, good night.
Yeah, but yeah, everything's just getting remastered or remade, and it doesn't need to. You can think of other stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but like I don't know. I think the top cartoon right now would be like Rick and Morty, just because it's such a interesting concept. As far the humor of it may not
Rick
be
and
for
Morty.
everyone, but
Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty. Rick. 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 You know that song?
no.
I know any one of my friends listening to this, like my friends up here, are probably were waiting for me to sing it and interrupt you because it's this really dumb TikTok trend that happened. It's dead. I mean, it's long dead. You'll probably think it's
Okay.
humorous. You might not laugh, but you think it's humorous. Um, but basically, like the trend was saying, it's like they caption it and it's like singing Rick and Morty blank 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 until blank 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 blank. And so like the most outrageous thing, so it was like this one dude literally recorded himself like standing over like the valley of Los Angeles, and he was going singing Rick and Morty until the California wildfires stop. And it's just a video of him going Rick and Morty, Rick and Morty, and he's just like singing it like to nothing, to like this huge like vast open city. And it's so friggin' funny to me, dude. It's the most ridiculous thing ever. And so then me and my friends would just sing Rick and Morty out of nowhere several times a day, and I just remembered it when you said Rick and Morty. But I have heard it's a
Sweet.
good cartoon.
Yeah, it's really good. I mean, I think for you, the humor wouldn't be exactly what you're into, but it is super funny. But the concept of it is just great. As far as there's, there's Rick and Morty in just that world,
Yeah.
but there's other Rick and Mortys in other dimensions, and then there's infinite dimensions, and some dimensions they may not be Rick and Morty people. They might be like a Rick and Morty alien, and different events happen in different. Like you can pretty much like move to another dimension if you wanted to, if you didn't like how that dimension was going.
Huh.
I don't know. It's one of those shows that's hard to explain. You just have to watch, but it's also so stupid at the same time. And I mean, like one of the characters is called Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Dude. Dude. That's so funny.
Yeah. Maybe the show is
dude, that is freaking amazing. Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yeah, dude. Mr. Poopy Butthole, dude. He's a great character.
Dude, right out the gate, I know he's a great character. Immediately, he's my favorite character. Immediately.
Immediately.
I haven't even seen it, dude. I have to look up a YouTube video of this dude after we're done
Yeah, he's great.
recording. Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but what I was talking about earlier about technology and stuff like
Yeah.
that, um, I I'm ready for uh gosh, I don't know how to word it, but like so you know that game that came out where you can basically like make your character have different animal parts. Do you know what I'm talking about? There's there there's a game that just
No.
came out and you can yeah, that's right, you don't play games. Um what I'm getting at is I'm ready for like gene splicing basically where I want to have like the instincts of an animal, or I want to be able to grow a tail if I want to.
Yeah.
And I need someone to figure this out because I would love to have a tail.
You've always wanted a tail.
I've always wanted a tail.
Yeah.
I think it's like really cool. I think it's very useful. I
Right.
think
It's like pretty practical.
it's stylish. I mean, technically, you always have a belt if
You
you
could
need
also
it.
wrap it up and just like be like maybe you don't have a tail that day, you know? Just like have it down your pant leg,
I
you
could.
know? Like if you want to be
Yeah, I could.
normal. Would you have
Mm-hmm.
like but they're like then there's like a weird cuz like would you have fur on it or would it just be skin?
Yes.
A skin
No,
tail?
it'd be fur.
It'd be
No, it needs to
fur?
be fur.
What kind of fur?
Yeah. I want a monkey tail.
Okay, but like
I think
what
that's the
color fur?
best tail. Brown.
Brown. Okay, so like your hair color.
Because my hair's brown. Yeah. It has
But
to
it
match.
wouldn't even be like the same consistency though. What if they could make it the same consistency though? Also, would you have to get
That's what I'm
would they have
saying.
to get your tail hair cut?
I don't know. I'd have to see when I get the tail if it grows.
Okay. Well, I mean, I wonder if
Well,
they'd ask
because
you.
monkeys in general, I don't think they have to. I don't think anyone gives monkeys haircuts.
Yeah, but like if they splice it with our
They just,
DNA, I don't know. It might like end up different, you know, because
I
I don't
mean,
know.
I'll get I'll
I guess it
groom it. Like
depends.
I just want the tail.
Yeah,
But
dude,
also, wouldn't you love to have the senses of like? Wouldn't you be able to love to smell like a basset hound or like
I don't know, dude, because I feel
have
like
the
you would just
eyes?
smell every single fart in like a 3 mile radius. Like you'd be like, "Oh, dude, this is sick," and then you just start smelling all the trash, and like
You're just a
just always about to throw
you're just like
up.
you're just in a restaurant and like you're eating like oh my gosh this food is so good and then you're like like Josh is the food bad and you're like someone just farted.
You're just like, I think 3 people just farted in this restaurant. You're like, somebody like literally, you're like eating, and then somebody just opens the bathroom door, and they're like 50 feet away from you, and you're just like, sorry, someone's going to the bathroom right now. Like that would just suck, dude. That would suck. I would hate that, dude.
Okay, so I mean that splice just isn't for you.
Yeah,
Like,
that splice is not
what?
for me, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know what
like
splice
I
would
feel
be
like
for me.
your splice I feel like would be like more like a useless animal, like just
Yeah.
a useless, helpless
Dude,
animal.
sloth?
Like I was about to say that.
I'd be
like,
big
I'm not even
napping,
kidding.
dude.
Yeah,
But
dude.
then it's like if I spliced it, would I just basically get like what's that freaking thing where you just fall asleep randomly? Like would I just get that? You know? Or they'd be like,
I know
"Oh,
what
we'll
you're
just
talking
fast
about,
track
but
you to it." And I'm like, "Well, I just want to be able to nap like really good." They're like, there's no difference." And I'm like, "Are you serious?" So maybe that splice isn't for me. I don't know. It's like but just like hanging from something, like hanging from a tree or something and just like I'm just going to sleep right now. Yeah, that'd be sick. I can fall asleep like freaking anywhere. But maybe I do a giraffe and just make my neck really long. That'd be kind of cool.
I mean it's long already.
So,
So if
but
you go any, I mean,
it'd be like muscular too, because then I could beat up people with it like giraffes do. You just get into fights and
what?
just.
I don't.
You never seen giraffes fight, dude?
Yeah, I've seen.
They just
Yeah, I've
bash their
seen. It's
freaking
wild.
necks into each other. Dude. It's freaking insane. So like that's what I would rock
Yeah,
up in a fight like that. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know what like gene splice I would get with an animal.
I'm ready to
dude.
see it,
dude. Oh, dude.
I want people walking around with wolf fur.
I would get
Dude. Okay.
gills.
Gills.
Because that's like,
why, dude?
that's like I can wear a shirt and it's fine. Dude, okay, I've seen this one freaking movie where this dude was like so self-conscious about his gills. You probably know what I'm talking about. I can't recall.
You're talking about The Boys?
Yeah, it is.
The
Yeah, yeah,
show?
yeah.
It was the show The
Yeah, yeah,
Boys.
yeah. So I'm just like, dude, those are dope. Those are sick as frick, dude. Also, you're rich and you're a superhero, so who freaking cares that you have gills? But it's like, if I can breathe underwater, I don't care if you think it looks ugly, dude. Like, I can breathe underwater. Can you breathe underwater? I don't freaking think so. And I'm like, I'm quoting Syndrome, but it's true. I'm like, I can do that. Can you? No, I didn't think so, you know? And so that would be cool because I could cover it up, especially like, I don't know where they would be, you know? I guess they would be probably around my lungs, right?
Or like, yeah.
Because I was like, if they're like
Yeah.
just on my neck, that's pretty sick. It's like a neck tattoo kind of. I can breathe through there, but then it's like they'd have to make it to where, like, well, I guess the gills are what turn water into oxygen for the animals to breathe, right? I don't know how it works at all. I literally have no idea. I'm
not a
probably
fish.
like I'm not a zoologist, but freaking yeah, like that's what I do because then I could just I'm not even much of a swimmer, but that would be sick if I could just like go under. I would be a swimmer if I could breathe underwater. You know, that'd be sick.
I'd only be fine with it if I could stop like other sea creatures from harming me at all.
Well, it's like
'Cause,
I don't
like-
have to go into the deep blue sea, you know, like. But I guess
But
you
that'd
could
be
do
cool.
echolocation, and you could just tell them, "Hey, yo, back off," you know. Hey, dude,
Yeah,
like
because
back
like
off.
let's just say you're like in Miami or something, doing it up, right?
Yeah.
You're swimming, and then out of nowhere, like a great white just comes and eats you. Like it didn't matter you had gills anymore,
Dude,
you know.
you know
'Cause
what
you
I
were
would do
just
though? I would go frick up every single orca whale on the planet. I would go to like SeaWorld and I'd stick my head in the water and echolocation and just trash talk them the whole time. You suck. Your tricks are bad. You're lame.
you just insult
Your
them.
tricks suck.
Hey, you guys
And they're just
suck.
like, I've never heard this before. They're like, what the frick? Like,
You guys are
yo,
copying
your
zebras.
tricks suck, man. Hey. Yo, man, your tricks suck, bruh. Hey, yo, man. Hey, dude, your tricks suck.
The orca whale's like, what?
Yo, who
What
the
is
frick
he
just
saying?
said that?
And
Did
it's
the
just
trainer
like,
just say that?
Hey, I mean, you suck. You suck, though. And he's like, is he saying we suck? And he's like, I think he's saying we suck. And he's like, hey, stop. He's
Hey,
like,
hey, people
suck,
love
man.
me. People want me to be free, dude. And I go,
I don't know.
not me, dude. Not me. Stay there,
I'm
bro.
not a fan.
Stay in jail, bro. You're a menace to the ocean. I will die on this hill,
I can't
bro.
remember if we said this in. I said this, I believe, on this podcast before, but I still believe in it. I think that after Free Willy, he just went and ate a bunch of people. Willy.
I hate orca whales. People ask me, what's your favorite animal? And I don't know, but I go, I know what my least favorite animal is. I know what the worst one of
Yeah,
all
you do hate
times
those
is.
things.
It's orca whales. And people go, oh my gosh, why? They're like so taken back and appalled by it. And I said it on season 1. We did a whole episode about it, and I'll say it again. They're a menace to the freaking ocean. They're a menace to society. Not even just the ocean, to the living realm of humanity on land. They're even a menace because we got people standing out here saying, hey, free the orca whales that are in captivity in SeaWorld. And I'm sitting here going, absolutely not. I'm sitting here going, I'm about to counter protest you so bad because what they're going to do is go kill all the other animals that you like. And they're going to not even, and then people go, well, it's like the circle of life. And I go, oh yeah? Well, they just kill other animals and they don't even eat them. They do it for sport. That's why they call them killer whales, you freaking moron. So how about you learn a little bit about the animal that you're trying to free? It's like, basically, this is exactly what it is. I'm about to metaphor you so hard, dude. Get ready. You ready? All right.
I'm ready.
All right. Ted Bundy. Ted Bundy.
Gosh.
No, listen. Ted Bundy.
Okay,
Okay,
I'm
he's kind of a
listening.
cutie.
Sure.
That's how he got half of his victims. People say,
I mean,
"Oh, what's wrong with this guy?" Like, and he's on like news, television. They interviewed him, and he's just like a regular guy. Like, oh yeah, blah blah blah. And girls think he's cute, even though he's being convicted of murder and all these
even
other
though he has a
things.
freaking unibrow, who trusts anybody with a unibrow?
Not me. I don't
Anyways,
trust him. Immediately not trusted.
no.
But that's what I'm saying. People are like, "Oh, he's not that bad," but in fact, he's killed so many people, and he's like messed up. And that's what an orca whale is. They're in SeaWorld. People say, "Hey, orca whales they aren't bad. Free them. Like they deserve freedom." But in fact, they've killed hundreds of innocent other animal lives. Sea lions, other whales, cute blue whales. Okay, I actually do have a favorite animal, and it's a blue whale. Biggest freaking animal on the planet. I'm pretty sure that's true. I've heard it a few times, and it's awesome.
Are blue whales your favorite because you saw one's baby get eaten?
It's not my favorite
whales?
because of that. It's my favorite because I like blue whales. Dude, listen, this is so cool, okay? There's a blue whale. I think they call it the loneliest whale because it speaks at a frequency, like its echolocation or the sounds that it makes are at a frequency that no other whale can detect. They can't hear. Like animals, but whales will speak from like across the ocean to each other. This one whale is like big, and he speaks at a frequency that's so low that no other whale will mate with him. No other whale will hear him or ever like know where he's at. And so he's the world's loneliest whale, and there's a whole documentary about him, and I haven't even watched it yet. But like that was cool.
What if
that's interesting.
What if that whale is just so obnoxious?
It's just annoying. It's not the frequency, it's just annoying.
Yeah, he's like, why won't anybody mate with me? And it was like, oh gosh, it's him.
He's like a nice guy. He's like, hey, I think you're really beautiful. And the girl whale goes, I'm taken. And he goes, oh, frick you suck.
Yeah.
So no whales like him.
He's just like always sending out frequencies, and they're like, dude, stop calling me.
Literally, I told you no. He's just like ugly as flip.
He just got barnacles all over his face.
Oh yeah, dude. But blue whales are sick. But orca whales, yeah. Freaking just kill baby blue whales in front of their mom and don't even eat them. Just let them sink to the bottom of the ocean.
Here's what we'll do, Gage.
Freaking hate orca whales, dude.
Because you're a big fan of justice, you're a justice guy.
I like some justice every now and then.
Sometimes I think you would be like Superman in Injustice, where like if someone so dear and close to you is taken, and you had the ability to take over the world and just change justice in general, I feel like you'd do that. But here's my thing. I think that because those orca whales eat like blue whales and stuff, we'll just round up all of the orca whales and then we'll just kill them.
All right.
That's not the right answer, Gage. That's not justice.
That's genocide.
Dude, I personally, foxes are my favorite because I just I think they're super cute and mysterious.
They are cute.
And no one really knows what do you know anything about them other than like they're foxes?
They're like
I don't know,
orange or whatever.
Sometimes white or gray.
Dude, snow foxes are like almost impossible to find because they're just like they're sneaky little. Because
they're like always in the snow.
They're like sneaky little guys, and they're like nervous,
Yeah, I just don't know anything about them other than I want one.
Yeah, dude, I'll take one. I'll take 5.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
Yeah, I'll take 5.
How much? I'll take 5.
How much? I'll take 5.
You know what? Don't worry about the price. I'll take 5.
Have I told you about what me and my buddy Hayden say about like stuff? We like find the price of something and we go, "Oh, it's free if I steal it." Talk about cars and we're like, "It's like 30." We're like, "That car's like $30,000." We're like, "It's free if I steal it, though."
That's true.
People roll their eyes when I say that. I'm like, "Am I wrong?" I'm not wrong.
Watch, I'll steal it right now. And you just take it, and they're like, "Do the frick!"
I'm like, guess how much it
you
was?
get away with it. You're like,
and they're like,
"Guess how much I paid?"
it's
None.
free. You wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
This was a steal.
That's a good one.
I literally stole it. They're like, that's not funny. You actually stole it. I'm like, yeah, I think it's pretty funny though, because I did steal it. Oh man.
Next episode of the podcast, just me by myself.
I'm literally just like behind bars.
So it turns out Gage did steal all of that, and he was caught.
I'm like in an orange jumpsuit. What's up, guys?
You're doing it from jail.
We have like the glass screen in front of me with the phone, and then someone just puts the phone up to the mic, and I'm like, "Yo, what's up, guys? It's Gage from jail. It's awesome. We've got 15 minutes to film this episode."
You're just like in your prison cell, like on like a phone, FaceTiming or whatever, but you're whispering.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm in jail right now, and I can't. And he like put the phone down.
My bunkmate is
the guards walking
sleeping
by
right now, and he's like, "Dude, if you don't shut the frick up, I'm gonna freaking kill you." And I'm like, "All right, guys, that was a great episode. I have to go now."
I have to go now because he's actually in here for murder.
He will literally kill me, and I'm really scared right now. Please. My bail is $25,000. Please pay it. Please get me out of here. Oh man. Yeah.
Well, I think that'll do it for today. Yeah. This was good. I would just want everyone to know before we close it out, Gage really didn't ever change his underwear.
No, so dude. I knew you were going to freaking say that, dude. I freaking did change my underwear, and I still do to this day, okay?
Oh, dude, are you at a party right now?
I'm at a rave right now.
Dude, if you guys can't see, there are strobe lights going on in the back, and I think Gage is at a party. Did you do all this at a... Are you at a rave?
Dude, guys, come on, guys.
Dang,
I told them the freaking... Guys, I'm recording. Sorry, guys. It's crazy.
Wow, that's...
Guys,
so
seriously, shut the door. Thanks, gosh.
Oh, man. Well, dude, I'll freaking talk to you later, and we'll do this again next week.
Yeah, dude. I'll catch you on the
As always, we are on everything that you could possibly listen to or watch a podcast on. So everyone check that out and share it with your mom or your friends or your dad. My dad loves it. So